Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
5, 4,
Can you
3,
hear me
2,
now?
1.
Hey, Ontario,
I'm recording.
Canada. How the hell are you people doing today? We're back to do another video today. Richard wanted to do some video about some experiences because we got Daryl, my brother, Daryl Bellin here with us today. And these two did quite a few camping trips, and they were running around Manitoulin Island like a couple of bums and all over House Half Acre and having experiences and stuff. And we wanted to do a video, you know, just for some support and for other things. I think Richard thought of some really cool stories that he wants to get out now, and I think Daryl was part of them, so they can banter back and forth. But anyway, we've got Daryl on the bottom and Richard's up there on the top. And thanks for watching. And let's turn this over to Richard. Come on, what did you want to say there, guys?
Okay, Daryl, how you doing? All right. So I just want everybody's heard the story about the Manitoulin. Not everybody, but when we went to Manitoulin,
UFO.
Yeah, the red one out in the lake. Have you seen the video where I explained it?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway,
I was there.
Yeah, you were there. I know. And I just want to verify that I saw it, you saw it, and Jay saw it,
Jerry saw it.
Yeah,
everybody's seen it.
Yeah,
they were more messed up on it than we were. So.
I know. Well, you know, it's huge, man. It's huge. I see 5D aliens the day before, but I didn't tell anybody because I didn't want to get ridiculed, laughed at, and all that shit. Not that you would, but you know, I just wanted to see
wouldn't, but you know, they never know what they would have said.
So anyway, when it showed up, I had that 400 millimeter sitting there, and I told you guys, I just want to get this verified. I go, when I point, and me and you saw it around the exact same time out on the water, and on the Huron side, and I said, as soon as I point the camera at it, it's going to disappear. We watched it for like a minute or so, and so I grabbed the camera, I put it there, and I go, and I counted 3, 2, 1, and I winged the camera right at it, and it instantly disappeared. Right?
Yep.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
Not a problem.
That's what I needed.
But then it reappeared later, though.
It did? I didn't see that.
Yeah. And then it sat there for a good 25 minutes or so, because that's when we pointed it out to Jay and Sherry and Kane and whoever else was there.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because they're sitting there watching it going, no, that's just the plane or whatever, but it didn't move. It just sat there for like a good 10 minutes. So
yeah. Okay.
But I remember that.
Thank you. I just like to get verified, that's all.
Well, I was thinking about the one the other day after I was thinking about the one the other day after I watched you and Dan's video about the one in Thamesville there.
Yeah, tell that one about Bill, because we were talking about that, but I can't really remember it. Tell that story.
Oh, the one about Bill, we were driving home.
When you had the light going beside the fucking car. Remember?
Yeah, it was
What year was that? What year was that?
Oh, shit, Danny, that's probably
just for the people.
89, 90.
Yeah,
because I was still living in Chatham at the time.
In southwestern Ontario.
And we were driving, and we lived out in the country, so we're driving down the road, and I looked out over the field.
What time was it? What time was it? Nighttime?
No, it was just starting to get dark because it was around November-ish, and it was around 4:35-ish, I'd say, because we're both coming home from work.
Right.
And I looked out over the field. He was driving.
What town were you near when it happened? Like
we were in Thamesville.
Oh, okay.
Going down Jane Street Extension, weren't you?
Yeah, we're going out to the house.
Yeah.
I thought it was number 2, but okay.
Yep. And so there's, like, you can see over, like, there's fields, and then there's plots of bush all around and that. And I just looked out and I saw the ball, and it like it was like tracking with us, you know, and it was far out, but it was contained light. It didn't flare or nothing. It was red, yellow, green, and blue swirling contained light, and it just tracked along our car and then eventually passed us. And it got way up there, and I'm looking at it, and I go, Bill, look, and he's like, yep. And then it cut across the road and went behind the trees in the bush.
Okay.
And I'm like, that was a UFO. And he's like, I don't care. He goes, that thing can land, the guy can get out, punch me. I'm still going to blame it on the beer. He goes, that was no UFO, you know? And then I happened to just glance up the right side of my car window, and there it was. I'm like, yeah, well, explain that. You know? He just ignored it and kept driving. You know? But that's the way Bill was.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
No, but the one I was thinking about the other day, Rich, was remember when you came down and the lights were shooting off into the bush and that loud beep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that freaked me out.
When the dogs, right? You said that was way back.
Well, you were
Oh,
talking.
Yeah,
Daryl, you were
that was at
talking
the trailer
about it.
park at the edge of the woods.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Daryl, you were talking about it. We were in the house, and you were saying, "Oh, you got to come out and see the red light in the woods because you've seen it before, I guess." That's
Mhm.
what I remember you saying, and you said, but you didn't say nothing about a beep. So you took us.
it
out
was
there.
never there before, but I always seen the beams. They were shooting up from
Okay.
inside the bush, you know, because like where the house was positioned, you see the bush, but you can see the beams coming up and they just move across the sky. And then there was never any beat. But that day, me and you walked up to the goddamn edge there, and it was like 2 feet in front of us. Like,
Oh, hell.
"Beep!" And then I turned beside me, and you had teleported back to the house and left me fucking standing.
I left my shoes back there, man. That was scary. I gotta set it up for you guys. I gotta set it up what I experienced anyway. So we're at this bush. We're looking in the bush, and it's pitch black in here. I mean, fireflies and stuff. And all of a sudden, Daryl's like, "Do you see the red light?" And I look, I go, "Yeah, I see it," but it was sort of faint, right, way back in the bush. And then it went beep, and then it started getting closer.
But it
And
was way off in the distance.
yeah.
And it slowly moved forward and forward.
In the
As we were
trees.
getting closer, it was getting closer.
Yeah. And so we're eventually at the bush, and it gets closer, and it goes beep. I think it's like what the fuck is going on? What? There's nothing in the woods that goes beep with a red light on it. So I'm thinking fucking Battlestar Galactica shit, right?
That was a creepy area anyway. To begin with, it was creepy out there.
Oh man,
it was always creepy feeling.
And then it gets closer, beep, and it's louder. And then we're like looking, and the light comes real bright right at us, comes right through the trees at us. Oh, and it's about, I don't know, how many yards do you think it was away? It wasn't that far away.
What, when it beeped really loud?
No, the red light when it beeped.
Oh, the red light? That was probably about, I'd say 10 yards into the bush.
Yeah. So,
because you really couldn't see it. All you can see is broken light through the trees and the branches
and the leaves and shit. This is in the middle of summer, by the way. So I can see the red light, and I've heard the beeps about 5 times, and it got really bright, the red light, and it went beep. Fucking thing. I'm like, oh fuck. That was it. That was fucking it for my brain, man.
After that, all I remember is looking over to where you were, and you weren't there no more. Because that thing must have been 2 feet in front of us in the bush.
I fucking went to mom and dad. I said, okay, it's time to go. Fuck this fucking haunted hellhole. Thamesville. Jesus Christ. Oh, we should go back there someday. Just fucking see if it still happens.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Find out what the, I don't know.
There's probably people being abducted out of there all the time.
Right? I can't believe I walked through them woods by myself.
There was some pretty zombie-like fuckers that lived there.
But this was the time too, Rich, when we were both really looking for it. Like, we were still young back then, man. And hence the, be careful what you ask for, because you're going to get it.
Yeah, but I know. That's crazy. I still can't figure it. I didn't feel anything. That's what was bad. I didn't feel nothing. I'm just experiencing a light and a beep, and it's not supposed to be there at all. Fuck.
Probably fucking dead Civil War people from 1812 running around through there.
It sounded mechanical, didn't it? It sounded like a robot.
Yeah, it was very mechanical. It wasn't even like a bird chirp or a weird bird noise. It was purely mechanical beep.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe it was their best attempt to simulate a car horn.
Man,
I don't know, man.
Oh.
That was a fucked up experience. And then we used to watch them off your roof. They were out over the cornfield off the highway there. You'd see the orbs circling and shit. I've seen many UFOs with Richard.
Yeah. Those are memorable ones that scared me good. Well, not the Manitoulin one, but the one in the woods was the worst.
Well, I seen that blue one. Here at work again.
Oh,
the
yeah?
one I had told you about before. Yeah, and that was
seen
right
it.
around the same in November area, you know. And
September,
the blue one.
Yep. It's electric
just
blue.
Shot across the, and it
Electric
just shot
blue.
across the sky. No contrail, nothing. Just
Yep.
you know, I've seen that twice so far. So
Yeah.
but
Remember, you see the video I got where I'm watching a hockey game? I'm watching a hockey game, and I go outside and I see a light over Detroit. So I'm thinking it's a jet, right? And then I think somebody scored. So I turned around, went back inside, see who scored or whatever. Then I turned around, went back outside, and the light's still there. And I'm like, man, that ain't right. So I'm like, just in case, what the fuck? It doesn't look right. So I ran in the house, grabbed my camera. I came back outside. I'm filming it. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, this is not good. And then I called you. I called Daryl, get out here. I need a witness, right? And then the damn thing, you were hanging over the balcony. I'm filming.
Is that on Lincoln?
Yeah. It comes right up over our house.
Yep.
It came from the horizon over Detroit, right up over the house.
Wow.
And took a right-hand turn.
I think I remember talking to you guys about that when that happened.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and then I remember seeing that again because
put out the video of it, didn't you, Richard?
Yeah, it's on there.
Because you used to have a few with Daryl in it when you guys were on the balcony doing stuff.
Yep.
You guys get a chance, check those out. They're pretty cool too.
Yeah. I remember seeing the one through the curtain.
Which one?
Are those videos still on your channel or available?
Yeah, they're there, Dan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just so people know, you know, in case they want to check it out.
Yeah, I watch them when I can. Like, you know, like a lot of times I watch them at work, you know, so it gives me something to do. So
what was the other one
But
you
I
saw
remember-
like that? Yeah.
Well, that's the one when I was in my room, I was laying down sleeping, and I just got that goddamn creepy feeling. And I'm like, Richard, what the hell are you doing? You know, because I turn over to the right and look out the window, and there's this goddamn light sitting above the fucking house next door to us. And I'm like, and then I went over, I'm like, Rich, where are you calling? You're like, oh, they're here. I'm like,
I'm sitting on my bed.
know.
I'm sitting on my bed with chicken bones.
Right here, Richard.
Yeah. Remember that one, Daryl?
Mm-hmm.
I remembered it after you told me. You were sleeping in your room. I was sleeping in my room in Windsor, and we heard that fucking. You came and told me in the morning. Did you hear that thing last night? And it came, it flew over the house or way up in the sky, whatever. And it was going, just that, and it shook the house. I mean, I woke up and I heard it. I had my earplugs in and I heard it. So there you go.
Feeling a freight train or something.
What kind of a fucking jet sounds like that? It must have woke up the city. And you told me about it.
Yeah, I know. I thought you called it. Like, what are you doing now? Because that's when you were.
I was fast asleep when that happened.
Okay, because that was around the time you were doing a whole that talking to the Grays dudes, and I'm like, well, just keep them in your room, man. I don't want none of it.
That's when I lost my skins in my head.
Oh,
I was fucking going nuts.
And part of your sanity.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
all fucking locked and loaded ego shit out the door. It's gone. I'm holding on pretty good though.
Oh, you seem to be much better.
Yeah.
No, like seriously, like
Yeah. I got more life.
coherent level of
Yeah.
you're more coherent,
Yeah.
So
I was lost, man. At one point, I come out of my bedroom. Daryl's cooking food, and I just sit there go, looking at him like, thinking of all the probable realities over his pork chop. How can I get some? That look good. Talking to all the fucking dead, talking to the dead people. Hey, everybody, Daryl's cooking pork chops. What's the best way to get me one? Here, Richard.
How about you ask?
I take the plate, close the door in my bedroom. Fuck, that's funny.
Must have been sad. One pork chop between 12 people.
Oh shit.
That's funny. Oh man. What was some more good ones we had?
Well, no, all I know is this place has been silent since you left.
Yeah.
Like, well, spiritual wise, it's just you took them all with you, and that's good.
How about you?
Don't wake up at 3 a.m. with some black figure staring at you.
You said you saw that big black figure go by the window outside.
Thursday.
Yeah. That's when I was in the computer room.
Okay.
And I just got the hair on the back of my neck stood up. I looked towards the window, and it was dark out, and it got even darker. And it like something passed by. And right. I'm like, oh, fuck, Richard's calling somebody in. It's like...
You told me that. That was funny.
No, it's not. It may be funny to you. But...
Yeah. I had no idea what that was. I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. Because I quit screwing with that shit a while ago,
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I still meditate and I still do my due, but I don't call nothing. It's you stay where you are, I'm good where I'm at, everybody's happy. It's nice to get a little UFO sighting here and there. That's cool. I'll keep with that, so
that electric blue one. I first saw that when I was doing my CE5s down at the river. And as soon as hockey started, October.
Well, that same one.
That's when it starts. That's when it starts. And it always flies down the Detroit River, all the way out to Lake St. Clair.
Going east to west.
Yeah.
So
we see one in the sky right out going towards Lake Erie from here, like going out Queen that way, up in the sky. And it would shift colors, blue, greenish color, but
well, Lake Erie is a hotbed for that shit. I don't care what anybody says. Well,
I say the exact same thing, Daryl. Fuck, I see everything when I used to work in Ridgetown and look out towards Lake Erie when I was out at night having smokes. I'd see all kinds of possible UFOs. It's the solid light ones. They're not blinkers. They're the fast movers, is what I call them, because they just right across the sky, right?
Yeah. Well, this one that I seen,
they're so high up, like.
Yeah, like the one I've seen at work so far twice. It's blue. It's like a bright electric blue light. And from the point of time from when it gets from over my head to gone, like
the horizon part,
you're maybe the count of 2 if you're lucky.
Wow.
It never stops. It never is going slow. I've only ever seen it doing like kicking ass. So
I've seen them zigzag before, spot to spot, but do it slow, not fast or nothing. It's just kind of like they went here, stop, then they move here, stop. But the way up there ones.
I saw that one. I was driving, going back to Woodsley when I lived in Woodsley, and it was early October, and I'm driving on a 401, and I was making a turn to go to Woodsley. And as I was turning, there it was, right across the horizon, out by Lake St. Clair.
That woman that is doing the one with the fire,
man. I'm like, son of a, and you're never ready. You're never ready with your camera. You can't. There's no time.
Yeah, it moves too quick.
Need a body
even
cam.
if you were ready with your camera, you still wouldn't catch this too quick.
And
Yeah,
it's
you're
nighttime
too
too.
busy trying to get in the middle.
Yeah. So
That's 3 times I've seen it.
Did you see the lady with the plasma ships on YouTube lately? That Gina woman, bud? The plasma ships? I'll send you a link. You check.
okay.
Talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. Because I look at a bunch online and like some are really interesting and some are like,
This
boys,
lady is
you guys just need to work on something. You know?
I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't really understand her, but maybe Richard would be able to get a better grasp. And you, I'll send you the link and you
Okay.
can check her out. But I think that they're fantastic. It's cool. Like I can't believe what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know, Dan.
We'll get caught up on it. We'll talk about it after. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
to interrupt you guys. Come on. Dig out
No, that's all right.
story.
Ain't this a free for all? So
It is, bud. It is.
talk
There's
if you wanna.
format.
Like the only thing spiritual I had happen to me in the last little while is the ghost went kind of chaotic at work. Like, you know,
Oh,
Well,
what
that's
I
happened?
was sitting there.
freaking creepy.
Well, I was sitting there. It was quiet for the longest time, you know. Like you'd hear the odd locker slam or the door upstairs and that don't really bug me. But I was sitting there cleaning the one room, and across the hallway is the girls' washroom.
Right.
Now this is 10 o'clock at night. I'm the only one in the building, and the toilet flushed 6 times in a row. And I'm like, really? You know, like,
Oh, wow.
really? Now you found a toilet? You know, you want to impress me? Pick up a mop. You know?
Okay, where do you clean? What's
What
the
do you
name of
mean?
the school?
Hugh Beaton Elementary.
That's
It was
in,
built in 1930.
That's in Windsor, Ontario, and Daryl
Yep.
cleans it at night and daytime, whatever.
Yep. So, but it is what it is. It's a good job. And I don't know where the ghost came from because I did a lot of research on the school. Nobody died there.
Really?
No students died there. No teachers died there. Like, you know, and it's been around since 1930. So,
Well, it's a school, so all the kids go there.
Yeah.
They bring their ghosts, and the ghosts hang out and flush toilets. I can see.
I wish they'd
There is
they'd mop the floor.
they're gonna go there. Like
You know?
the little kid ghosts that are wandering aimlessly see a fucking building with children in it and they're gonna hang out maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's never done anything like that freaked me out. Like the one person that works there, she saw the old principal, like the first principal of the school.
Oh,
Once
really?
when she was in there. She was in the office doing paperwork. She just happened to glance up and its shadow went by, you know, and freaked her to hell right out.
Oh,
She
yeah.
won't go into school by herself. Like
No, some people just can't take it, right? We can
yeah,
ignore
me
it,
it
as
it
long as
don't bug
isn't
me.
malevolent, right? And it ain't doing
Yeah.
nothing to you. What's the hell? Let it go.
What was the one in the gymnasium you heard with soccer balls or basketball?
Oh, that was a different school.
Okay.
That was Essex High School. I walked in, like I was walking down the hall because this was actually my first week doing the job, you know.
Essex High School, yeah.
Yeah, and I heard about basketball bouncing in the gym. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's no rentals, you know, like there's not supposed to be anybody in the building. I'm the only one there. And I opened the door to the gym and all the lights are out. So I turn on the lights and there's a basketball on the far side of the gym and it's just rolling slowly, you know, like it's not, and it, I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. And then, so I go upstairs and I'm sitting there and I go into the custodian room that's there to get some stock, and I come back out and there's a garbage can right by the door and it has a swinging lid and the lid's swinging full tilt, you know. And so I stopped it and I'm like sitting there looking at it, I'm like, do it again. And nothing, you know. I'm like, come on, do it again. Nothing. So I'm like, whatever. Maybe I hit it on my way in, you know. So I go back into the room, get some more stock to go put it on the cart, come back out and it's swinging full tilt again. I'm like, oh, you're one of those. You know?
You're one of those.
So I stopped it. I'm like, come on, do it again. And it did it a couple times again that night, every time I went back to the custodian room, but never anything malicious, you know.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
maybe he was helping you pick up garbage. I'll help this guy.
well, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
He was just there freaking people out. So
That's hilarious.
But Essex also is a very old school. Like that was built, I think, in the 1930s, 20s, and around there.
What's the creepiest school you ever worked in?
I'd have to say the one I'm in now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just until I got used to it, you know, like,
Right.
because it's pretty much the oldest, and I've been
It
there
probably
most amount of
manufactures a lot
time.
of its own noise besides having a paranormal level to it, right? So it's probably always talk in that school.
Oh, for sure. Like I seen a reflection of a little girl once when I shut off the lights on the upstairs, and I was going back to go downstairs, and I got up to the doors to go lead into the stairwell, and the window's there, and because the lights are off, it's acting like a mirror. And I was looking at it, and behind me, I could see a little girl. You know, I turned around, and well, there was no one there. And I'm like,
oh, that'd be cool. That would get you
okay. Yeah. But that's the only time I've ever seen a spirit there, and I've heard a little girl say bye to me once. So
yeah,
when I was leaving, so and I was like,
cool.
well, at least you're nice, you know. Like, so,
yeah. At least it's not fucking pushing your mop water down the stairs and shit like that.
Yeah. Because I don't really mess with ghosts anymore. Like, you know, thing, and I'll do mine. You know,
you don't want to anyway, right? It's just it's not viable. It's only going to bring you grief. Even if you're talking to someone you love, you still you're directing your energy where it doesn't belong.
It's your
well, it's not that the energy. It's not that the energy like it doesn't belong. It's just this like, you do you and I'll do me. You know, like.
Well, yeah.
If something happens, okay, I can take care of the situation. It's not an issue. Like
it's about developing a relationship type thing, because they don't seem to like to separate, right?
Yeah, and it depends on the type of.
But they're not going anywhere. They're just gonna hang out, and make your life hell after that.
Well, you know.
Well, he gets fucking stabbed every time he peeks around the corner. In the illusion.
Yeah, but that's because Richard dove off the fucking deep end. You know, he didn't just jump off the deep end; he swan dived off. I approached the deep end slowly. And I looked over the edge, and Richard ran by me and went, "Wee," you know. And
that's the way. Yeah. Fucking one wrong move, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Took you a while to get out, but you're out, you know. Like me, I've never been that I believe in it. I know they're there. I've seen them. I've communicated with them, but I take it slow, you know. Like I won't a lot of times I won't even like just like go away. Leave me alone.
Well,
why are you here?
I healed my skins. It took fucking 5 years or more just to do that. 5 years to heal my skins. I spent 2 years fucking around, not healing them, going insane. Then I spent 5 years trying to heal them, and I did eventually. Then I started getting my shit together in my head, and more or less back into fucking reality.
They healed you, you mean?
Yeah, well, Christ did, whatever.
Yeah.
All fucking 80 of them. Yeah. But
well, the beneficial thing to all
thank
of
God
it,
for
Christ
that.
is involved.
I'd be in the mental ward.
Bad with Christ involved.
Oh yeah.
Thing, right?
That was the only way I could do it. I couldn't do it on my own. It's too much outside forces.
We just got unlimited minutes, brother.
We did?
I just got it posted. It said this video's
meeting no longer has a time
unlimited minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet.
Cool. So, mine said you only got 40 minutes.
So we can go over 40
minutes. Mine said you no longer have a time limit. So
yeah, mine too. basically.
Nice. Must be a Christmas
Gift from
gift.
above. Gift from
Yeah.
above.
So what
I
else?
remember
What?
well, remember that ghost at my dad's house? The one that went right through you?
Oh yeah. And the pounding on the walls. Remember that shit?
Yeah,
Oh,
and you
my
went
God.
up and touched it. Like,
Yeah. Fucking
don't
stupid.
touch it.
Well, fucking Rob told me to.
Listen to fucking Rob. That's your
Yeah, there you go.
I just realized what I said. He told me
Oh,
to. He
man,
told
you're
me
listening,
to.
Rob. We still love you, guys.
That was crazy. Before you woke up, Daryl. Oh my God. Jesus. I've told the experience before. I made videos, but yeah, that was. I woke. Here's what happened. Your old man's TV. I was sleeping in Daryl's dad's bed. I'm looking at the TV. I just lay down in his bed. I'm laying there and I look at the TV. It's not on. It's got these two rabbit ear wires sticking out, antenna, and they're going. Shaking like this. I'm like, well, that ain't good.
I'd have been gone.
Because they ain't moved all day. And then I fall asleep. And then next thing I know,
Anybody else from fucking me?
oh, it's so bad. I fall asleep. I wake up. I got no energy. I can't even move. I can't even open my eyes. And I'm like, oh, and something's pounding on the wall. Boom, 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 boom. So I just go, I get my arm up and I fucking hit the wall. Bam. And I say, shut up. And it stops. And then I fall asleep. Bang, 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 bang. I wake up. I do it again. I hit the wall and it stops. Then I start falling asleep. Bang, bang. This time I get up. I'm just like dopey all over the place. And I don't know where it's coming from. And I'm in the basement. So I look at the window, which is basically out the sidewalk outside. I open up the window to look to see if there's people pounding out there. Nobody's out there. So I don't know what to do. And I figure I'll go upstairs. So it's Sunday morning. I go upstairs and I turn on TV and I'm watching Bugs Bunny. And I'm like 25 years old watching Bugs Bunny. I don't know.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I know, exactly. But anyway, I've eaten some Cheerios. And then Rob comes and he goes, what the hell's all the noise? What's all the pounding about? I'll go, I don't know, man. It's coming from my bedroom downstairs. You go figure it out. I can't figure it out. And so he goes, well, I'm going to figure it out. So he goes down there. He goes down. He's down there. 2 cartoons go by. And the whole time, boom, 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 on the wall. Constant. Boom, like I can feel it in the couch. Rob comes running out. He goes, Rich, you gotta come here. You gotta come here. You gotta see this. You gotta see this. He goes, I taught it. And I go, what the fuck? I'm sitting there going, I don't want my fucking Cheerios, man. So I go downstairs with him. He goes, I taught it. Watch. He jumps on the bed and he puts his hand on the wall and he scrapes it like he scrapes his fingernails on the wall, like that. The pounding stops and he takes his hands off and it goes. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking, oh my God, right? Then he puts his hand on the wall. It's still going, and he goes, dun, 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 with his fingers, like,
yep, drumming his fingers.
And then it started doing that. The scratching stopped and it went, dun, 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 dun. And I'm like, oh no. And he goes, and then he takes his hand off, and the pounding stopped. And he's going, no. He goes, I wonder what happened. What happened to it? What happened to it? And he said, he looked at me and said, what did you do? What did you do? I go, I can do nothing, right? And so he gets back on and he starts pounding on the wall to make it start again. And then it started, boom, boom. And he goes, okay, that's better. I'm like, fuck. And I was like half pissed the night before, okay? So I got a hangover and I don't know what's going on.
Where's
really.
that at Dad's house?
Yeah. When he lived,
Westcott.
yeah, around there. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that was
think I
a
know where you're
long
talking
time ago.
about. Yeah.
So Rob, he tells me to get on the bed and he goes, Rich, get up here. So I get up and he goes, we're both standing on the bed. And he goes, put your hand right here. You can really feel it. You can really feel it. I'm like,
He
all
felt
right.
it.
Yay, I'll do it right on. So I put my hand on there and I put my hand right and I circled around right to where it was pounding and I could feel 4 fucking knuckles hitting my fucking skin and the wall going boom, 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 boom off my skin, dude. But I could feel the knuckles, but the wall was, I'm like, holy fuck.
Everything
that's freaking me out. That's right. And then I'm standing there and all of a sudden the booming stops and this ice cold energy comes up my arm and it went right into me, encompassed my head, and I went, I'm standing there, I'm freezing cold. Like
there's an entity trying on a new Richard.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I walk, my hair standing up. I had really long hair then. My hair standing up, and I look over at Rob, and he's going, "What did you do? Why did it stop?" I want to tell him, "Shut the fuck up! I'm possessed, right?" And he's like, "You made it go away. You made it go away." I'm like, "Fuck it, yeah." You know, that's what I want to say, something like that. But I can't talk. I get on the ground and I'm standing there. He's on the fucking bed going, "Come on back," pounding on the wall. Come on. I'm standing there going, and all of a sudden he's up there, and he looked. Oh, he's pounding on the wall. I'm standing beside the bed. And all of a sudden, I see this hot fireball fly around the room. And I don't like. I see it, but I don't see it with my eyes. I see it spiritually, I guess.
Right.
And it flies around the room. I can follow it, and it stopped over here, and a beeline right for my heart, and it went and I spun around in my head. Like I got so dizzy, I fell on the ground. As I fell on the ground, I got my shit together. And all I heard was, I gotta get the fuck out of here. That's my whole thing. So the door was open.
I would have been gone long ago.
The door was open. And Rob's looking at me now. I'm getting up. The door's open, and I reach for the doorknob to grab it to help pull me up because I got no energy left, like literally. As I go to reach, I get halfway to reach the doorknob, and the door goes slam. And Rob goes. I'm like, holy fuck! The door slammed all by itself. I didn't do nothing. I got up and I just fucking grabbed that doorknob and opened it up and ran upstairs. Then,
Jesus,
Rob came following up behind me and decided he's gonna go wake you up. And he goes, "Come on, we'll go wake Daryl up so he can see this." So Daryl's laying in his bed. Daryl's in his bed going, "It's beautiful." Like he's at peace with himself. Everything's beautiful. Rob's going, "Daryl, get up! Daryl, get up!" Daryl's like, he opens his eyes. You just lay there and you open your eyes, and Rob's going, "There's pounding on the walls downstairs, and Rich is possessed." And I'm going, and all of a sudden it started pounding again. Then we went downstairs, and you went to the bathroom, and then you came back out, and it's still pounding. And you go, and you look downstairs, and you said, "Shut the fuck up!" And it stopped. Never came back. Never came back after that.
Gotta show a little force.
Then I got drunk again. So yeah.
And then we had the house on Baldoon Road. That was haunted as all hell.
What did you see? What did you experience? I want to hear your experiences.
On Baldoon?
No, not well. Yeah, I never was there.
Yeah, you were, because I remember your parents came out and but I remember the one day there was a storm, and I was sitting in they were enclosed porches. Like I was sitting in there and I don't know, playing Lego or something, because I was talking when I was like 5 or 6, man.
Right.
And it started storming out really bad. And then there was a flash of lightning, and I could have sworn I saw a dude standing on the barn during that flash.
On top of the barn?
On top of the barn, yeah.
Ooh.
During the flash of lightning. And that freaked the hell out of me, so bam, I'm back in the house crying for mom, and then I just remember odd things. Like I remember when you came over, it was around Christmas, I think, or something like that, and everybody came out to visit because it was you, Robbie, Danny
summer.
was there, me.
I think. Okay, which one you going on?
And we're sitting in the porch, and we heard, and there was a little like on the window. And we're like,
that
what the fuck was that? Yeah,
that was the summer. That was summer. Yeah.
Okay.
Late August.
Yeah, and we're finding all these little pellets and BBs everywhere.
And the glass broke, and right beside my fucking head, Daryl. I'm sitting beside the window watching. Mm-hmm. I was watching Starsky and Hutch and the fucking 2 cops on the motorcycles. That's what we were watching. I'm sitting there. Chips. I'm sitting there. And all of a sudden, I'm like, holy fuck. And there's a hole. A little hole and some broken glass. And I'm like, what the fuck? Somebody's shooting. And I pulled out and it was lead. A hunk of fucking lead. And it made a hole right there. So I got you, Dan, and you saw it. You were, I think, in the room or here.
Yeah, it was the back porch area.
Yeah. Because that happened 3 or 4 times that night.
Right
and then we went and told the parents after the second time that happened, and they're drunk. Bill and Pete were drinking like you don't believe. They said, "Yeah, rocking there." And that was it. Fuck off, more or less.
Yeah.
And then we went out in the bean field and we were looking and there was no one out. We ran out there.
I don't. That was weird. I remember that house was quite haunted. I thought it was anyway.
Yeah.
Well, our bedroom was upstairs. It was fucking just creepy cold up there all the time.
Well, the funny thing about that house, Danny, is about 15 years later, I don't know if Richard didn't get the book from the library, but either Don or Connie did.
Right.
And it was a book on hauntings in
that was me.
Southern Ontario.
That was me.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. And we're sitting there flipping through the book, and that house from Baldoon is right there. Yep. They had a feud going on with their neighbors across that would have been living in Trina's house at the time.
Yeah.
And they used to shoot pellet guns back and forth at each other.
Wow.
And the one guy died on the property because during the storm he slipped off the roof and fell and broke his neck or something. Wow. That was probably the dude I seen, and that is weird to get that kind of confirmation.
Well, I
know that's why later, guys. That's why I took the book out of the library and I showed you.
Tell us that.
Fuck, man, that freaked me out when I heard that.
Fuck yeah, that place was it was barren too. Like
I made the video. I made a whole fucking big long half-an-hour video on. I put the photos. I put the Ontario ghost hauntings photograph part of the story in the video.
Wow,
this is my last channel. It was really good video. I explained everything that happened. I explained everything that happened to me, you, and Dan.
Right,
and then some guy gets on there on the YouTube. And he goes, that wasn't Baldoon in the book. That was somewhere else down and closer to Walsburg. I'm going, dude, you see the fucking picture? That's where it was. There was two pine
trees.
Chestnut trees.
Well, and pine trees in the front.
Yeah.
Well, in the book, it even said Baldoon Road.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looked the exact same to me. And the stories, the story that was told in the book was continuous bullet holes in the fucking windows. That fucking said because it damn near hit me in the head. If it went through the window, I'd have been fucking smoked in the head.
Yeah, because that porch right out where the TV and that was, and their house would have been that way. The barn and that would have been right out in front of us.
Yeah, exactly. Off to an angle. And
because we got kicked out there to watch TV all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did that night.
Yeah, I remember I found an old lighter in the barn from 1943, and I had it forever. And it was octagon shaped.
Yeah, it was trench
right
art.
on it, 1943. Remember that lighter, girl? And then
it was made during the war. It was trench art.
Yeah, it was fucking beautiful.
Really?
Yeah, I lost it.
Shit.
Yeah, I lost it.
That's the one experience that really got me into going into ghosts, though. You know, like
really
during that time.
Well,
between that and
anything else happen? I didn't hear all your stories from there.
Well, there's just a string of shit. Dogs.
You something about ducks in the pond,
and there was no. Yeah, actually, that was the neighbors were telling us about that because I heard these ducks once and there was nothing, and they were over talking to Mom, and I'm like, Mom, I'm hearing these fucking ducks, but I don't see any. And the neighbor goes, oh, those are ghost ducks, and I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. He goes, I went down once. He goes, you can see the ripples in the water where they'd be swimming, but there was nothing there, you know, and you could hear them.
Oh,
yeah. So I'm like,
well, why on those ditches? Remember? We used to.
Why would ghosts be ducks?
I don't know.
But that could have been just like a residual haunting, you know, a repeat. Just keeps repeating. Because
you never know what's under the ground there, right? To make it act, could be a lot of quartz around that area or something, and and there's you got to repeat.
Well, you got to think this was back in the 1800s when they built all that shit. So you know, even closer to the 1700s or whatever, when from what the book said, I can't remember exactly, but it was sort of like a Black Donnelly's.
Yeah, but
that's the kind of thing I had.
A little bit more amicable.
Yeah.
Not as, yeah. Like if they
were shooting each
pellet guns and shit, that's kind of.
Yeah, not 45s. Yeah. Like the Black Donnelly's.
I'm thank God it was a goddamn pellet gun.
But you're not, find your death when a 45 goes through your brain. Pellet won't do that.
It wasn't a musket, so that's all I can say.
And then I remember like the ghosts we saw at Miss Emenecki's house there when we were across the street at Robbie's house. We were in the big field and the fucking light, and then the shadow was standing in the window.
No, Miss Emenecki. Oh, I dreamt about our house the other night.
Yeah, across the street from Grandma. Yeah. And then Robbie lived across the other street in that big orange haunted the hell house.
Yeah,
that house was bad haunted.
I didn't like that house at all.
Remember the picture they took in the living room with all the ghost faces in it?
Yeah.
I think I still have a copy of that picture.
I got a copy. It's on the Facebook group. You just gotta search for it.
Cool.
Yeah, but we were all out and we were playing in tall grass. I forget we were playing tag or hide and seek or something like that.
In the link for here, brother, if you can, so people can see it, and then they'll have, because when they see that picture, they're gonna be like, "Ow!" The only thing that was missing in that picture was the devil himself.
I remember one morning I was sleeping upstairs in the bed. I think there was a crib in there, a baby crib or something. I was sleeping in the bed and I felt something walking on me, and I opened my eyes and I saw the asshole of a cat right in his brown eye. I'm like, oh hell no!
The cat starfish right in your face.
That was it. I got the fuck up. That cat wouldn't leave me alone. I said, I'm fucking sleeping on you. I don't care. I'm like, really? You gotta stick it in my eye? Rub it around my nose? Like, fuck. Get the itch out. Fuck.
That was funny.
Yeah. I remember one time I was standing in the hallway where the staircase where it goes down. Yep. I don't know. I was alone in the house, or Rob was somewhere. And I'm standing in the hallway, and I'm looking at the top of the hallway. I'm just looking at it. And I sort of went, whoa. Like it went, and I'm like, oh, gotta go. I don't know what that was, but I was really young, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I couldn't make it up to the top of that. Oh, remember the time Rob found all that jewelry in the barn in the little box?
Yep, and threw it in the river. Yep. It was worth thousands.
You want to tell that story?
I remember that one. Well, that wasn't even spiritual.
I know, but it's just the height of our stupidity at the time. I figured we'd go along with it.
We're kids, you know. We can find some jewelry in a shed that's been sitting there for 20 years. Meanwhile, you've been living there with it all that time. And Robbie found it, and then we went fishing. He found all that jewelry.
Yeah, rings, a box full of rings.
Yeah, and stuff. And we went fishing down at the Thames River there by the Tim Hortons off of, what's the road that the Wheels is on? Kyle Drive?
Yep.
Yeah, along there. And we were fishing down there. And Robbie starts throwing these rings in the water. He goes, "Here, I'll attract the fish because they're sparkly. They'll come, you know." And he must have threw about 4 or 5 in. He still had about 3 or 4 left. And when he got home, his mom found the rings that he had left. And I'd say the cheapest one was probably worth about $800. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, but when you're kids, hey, you're kids, you know? Like,
Yeah.
get your metal detector, go back down there, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh. Those some messed up times as kids.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even the UFOs and the ghosts, and like I remember screwing around with the Ouija board with you and all that when we were younger.
Yeah.
Glad we got out of that bit.
Yeah. We survived that one.
Mm-hmm.
Just when shit was starting to happen, we got out of it.
Yeah. Well, it was, didn't feel right.
We're contacting daddies.
And knock on wood for me, you took the brunt of the crap.
Yeah.
So, God.
Oh, here's an experience I have at the height of the Ouija board shit. Dawn was there. Dawn invited her friend over, and she lived over on Copperfield Crescent there, I think, where Tim lives. And she came over and spent the night with Dawn to, you know, hang out or whatever. And I wake up in the morning and everybody's freaking out. I wake up, I'm coming down the hallway, and I go, "What the hell happened? What the hell?" What? And I guess the girl ran home, just ran the fuck out of the house and went home. So everybody's running around trying to figure out what's wrong with her. So Dawn goes to her house and talks to her, finds out, and the mirror is smashed in Dawn's bedroom. She had this big ass mirror, right? Sitting like on a table, a chest table, or you know, you pull the drawers open.
Vanity mirror.
Yeah. It was sitting there, huge. I mean, this fucker weighed 20 pounds, easy. Like you couldn't move it normally, you know, just like fucking around.
Right.
But anyway, I guess she was in the mirror combing her hair, fucking doing her thing in the morning, just combing her hair, and the mirror rose up and smashed on the ground behind her, and she just fucking ran.
Wow.
And that was it. That was the story. She never came back. That's when we were using the Ouija board. That was my house at Park Ave.
Oh, Park Ave.
Yeah.
So that was fucking, probably God knows what went on in there. You attracted everything. Like that.
Well, between that and the aliens, I mean, fucking every night.
You started having your alien contact there. No, you started at your house before in Indian Creek. Then it went.
It went and followed me there.
Yeah.
Well, it followed me everywhere, but yeah, that's when, because I started getting, you know, we moved when I was 7 from Indian Creek. We moved to Park Ave, and that's when the shit really. By the time I got to grade 4, I already had 20 face-to-faces, but I didn't know it, right?
Right.
I just thought they were fucking bad dreams.
Right.
And I had to go play hockey and, you know, hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about that, but I wake up in the morning, I'm like, did that happen? Was that real? Oh, fuck it.
Mind now, it's so crowded over in that area. But back then, when we were 4 and 5 and 6, that area was barren. There was nothing around there. Lots across the way, you know.
I know. I delivered papers. Trust me, I know.
There's a goddamn, you know, that's a UFO could land anywhere around in there, probably the day.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have known when I was younger, it would have been different.
Well,
and I didn't have a camera.
It's all them experience, but it's all them experiences when you were younger that got you into it.
Yeah.
Kind of a
made
guy.
You learn more.
So as soon as I sat, we were out drinking smoking black hash in the train cars. Me, you, I think it was me, you, Foster, my brother, and some other people. And we're in a train car, and I'm fucking drunk. I just smoked a fucking
drunk and stoned
fucking bowl of this black hash, and I was like, oh my God. So I'm fucking walking home. I barely made it home. And I sat in the train car, and I'm like looking at the cement factory and the lights and looking in the sky, and I'm like, I gotta walk home again. And it's what, a fucking block away. It's not even that far. It's like five houses away. I can't make it. I don't want to fucking go. So I fucking go. I walk all the way home, and I'm laying in my bed, and I'm spinning, my head spinning. You know, you get that? It's okay when you spin one way, but as soon as it's coming back the other way, that's when you start puking, right? So what you do, you put your hand on the floor, right?
Or your foot.
Yeah. And that's sort of like stabilizes. So I did that. And then I don't know what point in the night it happened, but this is when I quit. This is when I quit drinking and smoking, like a lot, like way a lot. Anyway, I'm laying there, I'm sleeping on my back, and this girl's in my face. And I'm looking at her, and I'm drunk and stoned. I'm looking at her. She goes, fire! And I'm like, well, that was pretty wild.
Give me 1 second, guy.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Okay, and
I heard this one. It's a great one.
Yeah, and then I'm laying there. She goes, this girl comes up. She's in my face again. I thought I'm back into my days, haze or whatever. And she goes, I'm looking at her, I'm going, she looks pretty good. And she goes, fire! Holy fuck. I'm like, holy fuck, that's 2 times. 2 times that happened, right? So I'm laying in my bed, drunk fucking stone, trying to keep the fucking rotation going one way. Holy fuck, 3 times. It's not normal, right? I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like sitting there, I'm going, then I thought to myself, okay, maybe she's trying to tell me the house is on fire, right? I'm like, I'm fucking stoned early.
I know.
I go, oh, fuck, I gotta quit smoking and drinking this shit, smoking that shit, or at least calm down. And fire, she comes, just does it one more time, and I'm like, okay, the house is on fire. And I think to myself, well, what if I have to get up? Because I didn't want to fucking get up. I'm happy in my place. And I'm thinking, I'm fucking happy. I really don't want to get up. But Rich, the fucking house may be on fire. So I figured I better get up. So I got up, walked across my bedroom downstairs in the basement, opened the door, and the wall was on fire from the plug, the outlet plug.
Jesus Christ.
So I ran. You want to see a guy get straight fast? Boom! I got 2 kids, my brother, my sister, and my mom upstairs sleeping, and the dogs. And I got to put out this fucking electrical fire, which is crawling up the isolation on the wall. So I'm like, okay, water, no. Piss on it, no. I'll get electrocuted, no. So what I did was I ran into the room there where the washer and dryer was, and I hit the breaker, and there, you know, the breaker fucking click, 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 click.
Yeah,
I just
breaker panel
on the big one and went click. And then I went turned them all off. I didn't give a fuck. And then I grabbed the bucket to put the laundry soap in. I put it in the sump pump water.
Holy
and
shit.
Fucking ran over and just whoosh, started splashing the water on it. And I just left it till the morning. But then I woke up. I put the fire out. There wasn't that much smoke. I opened the windows. The fire was good. The wall was black. And
Jesus.
I know. And then what happened was I got up in the morning. I looked at the plug, and it was smashed to shit from hockey pucks, because that's where I play goalie, right? So much for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the plug had shorted out. And so what I did was I took the fucking, I unplugged it from the plug. So I just had the wires and I twisted them together and put them little thing. Yeah, what are they called?
Grommets on it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I turned it back on, dried it all off, turned it back on. No more fire.
Wow.
Then I put a great big wad of duct tape over it. And then that was pretty much, I gave me a lot to think about. Fuck all the drinking stoner shit. I can't do this anymore.
You wouldn't know Zad's an electrician.
Yeah, that's an electrician.
That's funny.
I never heard.
I remember the.
Go ahead,
You
Darryl.
remember the Tupperware dish down there flew out of the laundry room and hit you one day?
That's
we're all
when
down
we were
there
partying.
drinking and partying.
We were partying down there. Like, okay, that's when I bought my bass amplifier, the big giant stack, and we were partying, and we'd hooked the stack into the stereo.
The stereo.
Yeah, and the stereo, and we play Slayer and Napalm Death and everything, just fucking going nuts and drinking and smoking. So we just got partying. Terry's sitting there to go. We got like 200 tapes, and he wants to be the DJ or whatever the hell it is. So he's playing the music. He's playing the music. He's sitting there one day, and he's looking at the tape or whatever, and the music's blaring like crazy shit. And this is all the same night. And you were there, and some other guys, my brother, and Foster, and some other people, and every tape deck on the desk or table flew off and hit him. Lap. Flew right into his chest and his lap. And he went, got the fuck outside. He lit that cigarette and just walked, man. He goes, I'm out of here. I'm sitting there going, holy fuck. And I watched all this. And then everybody else is looking. Everybody else was focused on the table, and I'm standing there here where I was, and the plastic thing in the entranceway, it flew out, and it hit somebody.
Because Chris went in there to take a piss. He came back out, and the Tupperware dish flew out after and hit him.
Yeah,
your brother.
That's what happened. Yeah, I saw the Tupperware dish hit him and go. Well, I don't know. I didn't actually see it hit him, but I saw it flying out of the room.
Yeah.
But I guess it did hit him. I can't remember too good, but I remember it bouncing, and I went, "Holy fuck!" And we didn't. I think we turned the music off, didn't we?
Yeah, we went outside.
Yeah, I think we had a campfire.
Pissing something off.
Yeah, we're pissing something off, and it was too loud. So that ghost didn't want us fucking partying and drinking. I think that was after the fire. The fire.
It could have been. I don't know. I remember roughly. It's all around that time, and it was a haze.
Yeah, and one of the parties down there, I went to sleep after the party, and what I did was I had chapped lips, and I had really long hair, like nasty, like fucking.
I remember.
Is that when you put the lipstick on?
I had chapped lips, and I was in the bathroom looking for chapped lip stuff, lip chap, and I couldn't find it. And it was fucking lips are burning, like, and I'm like, fuck, I can't. So I washed my mouth, and I grabbed my mom's lipstick, squeezed, or my sister's, or whoever, and I went
bright red.
Just fucking smeared it all around, like this. See the black around my lips? That's what it looked like. I go to sleep. I'm like, I'm nice and happy. No more fucking burning, you know. All of a sudden, I hear a knock on the door. 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, knock on the door. I'm downstairs. I got fucking cigarette butts in my hair. I got fucking shit all over me. Ketchup stings from the fucking food we were eating, whatever it was. I felt like shit. I had a fucking hangover, like you would believe. I ran up the stairs. I totally forgot. I fucking open the door. I'm like, oh fuck! And I open the door. I go, yeah, officer, can I help you?
There's 2 cops.
He's going.
I think one reached for his gun.
I'm going. Oh, yeah. What? They're both going. I go, yeah, I got a little hangover. I don't look so well. I know.
Why were the cops there?
I don't know. I
Looking
forgot.
for Chris.
Something going on, but they asked me whatever it was, and I'm like, no, I wasn't involved in it. Then I went into the bathroom to have a piss. I'm having a piss. Then I walk by, and then I'm like, holy fuck. Looking in the mirror, and then I thought, well, that's what the fucking cops. Oh God, the cops just fucking hit. No wonder they're acting scared.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh,
That was a messed up time, man.
Yep. Yep.
Oh.
That was good though. A lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's bright fucking red.
And
it's all like there's no coordination.
Put some lotion on it.
It took me fucking a day to get that off. I'm like, how the hell do you get this off? Mom, how did you get this off? Buy some fucking chapstick, please.
well, hey,
She's smacking me in the head.
Grow a full beard in 35 minutes.
She's smacking me in the head with something. Fucking pink sleeves on my fucking lipstick. Fucking smacking me in the head. I'm like,
you had a beard in like grade 5, didn't you?
Just imagine them poor cops, man.
I'm thinking, well, I hope they thought my brother attacked me or something. I didn't do it myself. Yeah, that was.
Nope, they're thinking it puts lotion on its skin. That's what they're thinking.
That's what they're thinking.
Look down your well.
I figured when I first saw him, I thought it was E-Bear that called him, because as soon as I turned on that amplifier, the E-Bear came over and started pounding on the door.
The reverb from that thing alone was loud.
I know. I
People all got new hairdos when you turned it on.
Pretty much.
I loved it.
Everybody went to the comb back look.
Oh,
no, that's some very funny. That's some good experiences.
What else happened?
yeah, but it's just weird we were in that state of mind while doing spiritual shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
well, that just shows there's
I remember one time somebody burnt down the boxcar in the where we used to
party.
Yep. And this other group from high school came in and started, because somehow word got out. I'm thinking my brother or Chris. And what happened was we went out there, our me, you, and the people, we came out, we partying all night. We started walking home. I don't know who I was with. We're walking down the railroad tracks. There was no train cars. All of a sudden the cops come flying around the corner, right? On the in the cement factory.
Right.
We seen them. The lights weren't on, but they were flying around. The headlights were on. But they don't think they seen us or anything, but they came to the side of the road where the tracks were, and I think they were chasing us, but we went in between some trees and them where they couldn't see. Right. And we just laid down on the ground. And the rail of the train rail was higher than me. So I'm laying down. I go, just fucking whoever I was with, I go, just lay down and don't move. And I lay down right in a fucking puddle of water. Like, I had my face in the water. I'm like, and they had the lights out and they're shining it around, right? And they were right over top of us, because I lifted my head so I could breathe, and I could see the light right over my head. They didn't see us. Then they hit the gas and they flew down the road, the dirt road. The next day at school, I knew the other guys, and I talked to them. I said, look, You burned down the fucking train car. I almost got busted for it last night, you fucking moron. I go, then they moved her ass into Gold's junkyard.
Yeah.
He set that fucking place on fire 50 times. I'm like, that's why I didn't hang out with them, because they were just fucking little pyros.
Yeah. Couldn't keep a good fort to save
I
your
know.
life.
Fuck. We had it made there, man.
Yeah, many good
Beautiful.
forts.
Fucking UFOs, bags of weed, hash, beer, sit in the train car all night and laugh our ass off. It was great.
No,
They got a fucking
no
ruin the whole
screaming
thing.
parents.
Damn.
Oh goodness. Well, boys, what time are we at here?
4 o'clock. It's been an hour.
If you guys want to buck on and do some video, I'm gonna hop out. I'm cooking supper for Colleen for Valentine's.
Oh, we can call it. We'll do another one later.
I mean, like, it's up to you guys. If you want to keep going, I can leave and you guys will still be on and you can record, brother. And I had a great time. I love those those experiences. It's just hilarious. Makes your heart shine, to think back then. Good to have.
I got things to do. I gotta get ready because at 6 o'clock I go.
All right, well, everybody.
I go to the illusion room and I make zombie shit.
Cool.
And watch the hockey game.
Well, we hope.
All right.
You gotta be there, man.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoy the video, and we're gonna make another video with some experiences. I know Richard's got some more he wants to tell us about, and maybe talk about a few things too. Who knows?
Yeah,
right.
Daryl, think of some more cool stuff.
Yeah, I will. Like,
mix and match it up a bit, and that's awesome. Thanks, brother, for coming on. Though it was nice to get you set up and get. I'm glad everything came together the way it did.
Yeah, it actually worked really well on this tablet, so I'm amazed. So,
yeah, we can do it again. We'll just have to book a time on the message.
All right. Well, during the week I can't. So
yeah, that's fine. We got the weekends, brother. Whenever.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow's a holiday too, so if you guys want to come on again tomorrow, let me know.
Why not?
That's fine.
We'll get John on here. We'll have 4 people.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'll be good. Did you get a delay bug worked out?
No, I don't.
Didn't work out. Did he have a delay last time?
He had a little. It was less the last time I talked to him. But
was it? Ain't he in California?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that could account for the delay. You know, like,
but
guys on the other side of the continent.
he was using his. He had it like we had it, just normal. But then he put his earphones into a Bluetooth, and that really, as soon as he did that, damn near a minute in delay.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well, everybody have a good night, and I hope you all have a happy Valentine's Day with your significant other, and if not, then just have a good night. Period.
Yeah, you too, brother.
Guys. All right, love you.
All right, Daryl.
See you later, Rich.
Hey guys,
this was fun.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah.
Guys.
All right, talk to you later, man.
Okay. I don't know how to shut this off.
Put your cursor on the screen, and in the right-hand corner says end.
Okay, leave. Bye-bye.
Bye.